Hello and welcome to another video from me, the History Tutor, and in this video we're looking at Edexcel iGCSE topic of Germany, 1918 to 1945. We're going to look at the anti-Semitism and the Holocaust and work through an interpretation question. So in this video we're going to be revising our knowledge of anti-Semitism and the Holocaust and the race laws within Nazi Germany. We're then going to be looking through the what impression question for the Edexcel iGCSE history exam. And we're going to work through how to do top quality answer. So revise your knowledge in my revision guide and then come back to me for a quick quiz and then we'll work through the question. Okay, so the quiz this time is a word search. So can you find 10 words associated with race policies, anti-Semitism or the Holocaust? So find this in the revision guide now, pause me and see if you can find the keywords. Okay, so here are the answers. Firstly, you might have found anti-Semitism. So that is obviously the word you want to use quite regularly to describe the Nazi policies towards Jewish people. They are anti-Semitic. So what does this mean? It means obviously a prejudice and a discrimination towards Jewish people. Now let's go through some of these answers in order then. So we've got other racial groups and ideas to do with Nazi race policy. So you might find Aryan, so that's the idea of the sort of top German person, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed, racially pure German. Then we've got Teuton, that's what Hitler is, he's a brown-haired German. And then we have some other laws that start to come in to ensure racial purity, so sterilization. So an early law in Nazi Germany to try and stop different groups of people having children, maybe that's gypsies or homosexual or disabled people having children. They brought in a sterilization law. Then we had euthanasia policies coming in later, so from 1938 onwards, euthanasia law where a doctor could sign a form with 3 different doctors ticking the form and a euthanasia of a disabled baby could take place. Then we have gypsies, who are also a group of people who are prejudiced against and could be removed from Nazi Germany. We have a major event there, Kristallnacht, where the Jewish people were attacked, many synagogues destroyed, many Jewish people beaten, many of their shops and homes destroyed. So that was an open attack by the SS on the Jewish people in 1938. Got the Nuremberg Law from 1935. So this sets out the idea of what is a racially pure German. So this is the idea of almost like a grandfather clause. So if you were a person with a Jewish grandparent, you were classed as Jewish, and therefore you could not marry a German, could not have children with a German to ensure racially pure German people. Then we've got some of the more extreme ideas as we get into the Second World War. So ghettos were formed. This was areas of towns that were sealed off. Only Jewish people could live there, and then they'd be brought out to work in the factories and slave labour. The ghettos had awful conditions. Eventually, there we get the Holocaust organised with the Wannsee Villa meeting to decide on the Holocaust, the extermination and genocide of the Jewish people. This is using places like Auschwitz and gas chambers to kill and remove millions of Jewish people from Europe. Okay, so how do we tackle this question? So here is the question. It's a question 1, of course, so it always starts with what impression. So what impression does the author give about the reasons why anti-Semitism developed in Germany in the years 1933-39? You must use extract C to explain your answer. So pause me now, have a look through those words in the question and see if you can work out all the skills you need to show. So think about what the word impression means, or explain your answer, or use extract C. What does that tell you need to do? So make a list in your revision guide of all the skills you need to show. Okay, you've got some ideas? Right, so here's what I've suggested. We only use the main message of the interpretation. We don't need to worry about the provenance too much. We are giving an impression of what the author said, so we need to think about what they've said. For 6 marks, I think you need to think about suggesting 2 messages, and there normally is 2 messages that are fairly obvious in the extract. When answering a question, summarise the message in your own words. Maybe suggest a meaning, maybe give a short quote. Then we should try and explain. So give a basic explanation how the message answers the question that shows deeper meaning. You could use some of your knowledge. So I think 1 or 2 sentences there would be really good. Now we've given some evidence from the source and we've given an explanation. So we could give a simple P paragraph. So that means we're giving an opening point about what the message is all about, give some evidence and then explain it a little bit. We could do 2 simple P paragraphs. Okay, so let's give this a go now. So let's have a look at the extract and see if you can work out the key messages from the extract. See if you can find 2 ideas. So in your revision guide, or on paper if you haven't got my revision guide, and of course, why haven't you got my revision guide? That's my question I'm wondering. Have a look through the interpretation and find two key messages about the development of anti-Semitism in Germany, the years 1933 to 1939. Pause me now, away you go. Okay, so I found these messages. So there was already some anti-Semitism in Germany when Hitler's Nazis took over. So there was already a negative attitude towards the Jews. And then it says Hitler's propaganda speeches led to people being more anti-Semitic. So there's two good ideas there that we could really start talking about in our answer. Okay, so how are we going to answer that? Well, we're going to write it in a little P paragraph, as I suggested earlier. We're going to make a point and say extract C gives the impression that one reason why anti-Semitism was this. And then we give the basic message of it. We can then say, for example, and give a little quote. And then we can give a little explanation, one or two sentences to explain what we think the meaning is. So let's go through this together, shall we? So work with me now in your revision guide and come up with an opening sentence. So it says, extract C gives the impression that one reason why anti-Semitism developed in Germany was, give an opening point. Pause now, away you go. Okay, so I've said that extract C gives the impression that one reason why anti-Semitism developed in Germany was that anti-Semitism already existed in Germany before Hitler was in power. So I've just summarised the first message we had in our plan. So now we need to give a little bit of evidence from the extract. So just one simple sentence. So for example, give one simple sentence. Away you go. Okay, so I've said, for example, it says that there was a negative attitude towards Jews. So it's really simple and concise. Now we can explain. So this suggests the development of anti-Semitism as or because. Explain our idea. Why was there already a negative attitude? What was Germany like at the time? Was it quite right-wing already? What did people think about the Jews? Had there been events that they disliked them already in the past in this topic? Pause now and see if you can develop a little explanation. Okay, so I've said this suggests the development of anti-Semitism as nationalists before Hitler were in power were anti-Semitic. So some of the important people in Germany were already anti-Semitic. Many blame the Jews for losing World War I, as they saw them as the socialists and communists that caused a stab in the back in 1918 by overthrowing the Kaiser to end the war. So there already was significant anti-Semitism. All right, so let's have a go at a second idea. So I'm not going to talk you through this step by step. So see if you can develop the other idea that the Nazis increased the amount of anti-Semitism. So set up your point, give one sentence of evidence from the extract, and see if you can explain the meaning of the idea you've extracted, maybe including a little bit of knowledge. Away you go. So I've said that, secondly, extract C gives the impression that anti-Semitism developed in Germany due to the leadership of Hitler and the propaganda of the Nazis. For example, it says Hitler pounded the idea into the people's heads. This suggests the development of anti-Semitism as Hitler furthered the idea of Jews as exploiters and traitors and argued for the removal of Jews from Germany in his speeches. The Nazis brought in propaganda and indoctrination to cause more anti-Semitism. For example, race science in schools and films like Je suis brainwash people to hate the Jews. So hopefully we've got two nice answers there. Each paragraph should take us 2 or 3 minutes to write, and the question we should spend maybe 2 minutes reading through, 2 or 3 minutes writing each paragraph. So perhaps sort of 9 to 10 minutes on the question would be a good amount of time to spend. So have you been successful with that question? You've managed to achieve a good answer and practice your skills and revise your knowledge. And do have a look at my revision guide if you want to find more help. I've got lots of questions in there, lots of great notes to help you with each style of question in the exam. Lots more revision guides as well. And also lots of help on my YouTube. So do have a look at my playlists. So you can find all the information in the information of this video. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.